What is going on, boys and girls? It is your boy J Love coming at you with another video about non-CDL and CDL Hotshot. In this video, we have some really big announcements, so stay tuned. But first, let's get to the intro. Guys and gals, like I said, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching the intro. Thank you for supporting my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jason Love. I work for a company called Flash Love Logistics. I'm one of the owners. The co-owners, my guy Pierce. We do logistics for the lower 48, so we move freight all around. Right now we have CDL Hotshot leased on. We have a non-CDL Hotshot leased on, and we have our own setup. I make videos about Hotshot, about 1 or 2 videos a week. So if you're new here, think about subscribing, because if you want to learn more about Hotshot or how you can open your own business, I'm here to help. That's what I do, boys. But I also want to make videos showing you the good, the bad, the ugly of our business, what's worked for us, what haven't worked, and we just kind of learn together. So that's why I'm here, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here, and the gals are out there. Thank you so much. And this video is a pretty important video, so thank you for sticking around. Now, before we get deeper into this video, I just want to say this last 6 months of Hotshot has been awesome. It's been a great time. We've learned a lot about freight. We learned a lot about disc. We learned everything, just kind of going into it, jumping in. 6 months ago, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about the trucking company or how trucking worked. I didn't know nothing at all, but kind of just jumped in, threw some money at it and said, let's get it, and it's been a really interesting experience. I mean, you guys have probably heard, how we first got into it. I made a couple of videos about it and just how everything's going down. Now we have our setup, right? Our setup, as you guys are going to see, is a 2019 F350, and it's 35 plus 5 40-foot trailer. It's rated at 26,000 pounds. The truck at 14,000 and the trailer at 12,000. So we've been running this setup. Now I live in southern Utah, right? About an hour and a half from Las Vegas. And when we first got it started, we had a driver named Dallas. He wanted to be home over the weekends. We thought for sure we can definitely get it done. But we were struggling to find freight. We were struggling to make enough money. So we ended up hiring a different driver named Luis. And we were he was able to stay on the road for about 21 days. He takes 7 days off. He was doing really well. The numbers started to go up. But we still started running into the same problems of finding the right freight, being able to make enough money, being able to keep Luis on the road, not taking cheap freight, but kind of taking the freight that we need to take. And we were kind of struggling, and Luis was struggling to get the amount of miles that he thought he needed to get in, and it was just kind of a struggle in general, and I'm not going to take cheap freight because we're just going to lose money, right? But then we kind of started to realize maybe non-CDL Hotshot isn't the best for our business. Now, the reason I think it's not the best for our business is because I don't drive the truck, and my co-owner Pierce doesn't drive the truck. Non-CDL Hotshot is profitable. You can definitely make money. If you're out on the road, you can make $5,000 or $6,000 a month, paying yourself as a driver and taking a little bit off the top. But when you take the driver out of the scenario, right, and you see a lot of people who do non-CDL Hotshot, like Toe Piglet, for example, he's able to pay himself, $1,800 a week because he's driving his truck. Now, if you look at his numbers, he might look at his business and be like, his business isn't profitable. But he's making money and he's able to pay his bills, so he's not freaking out about it because he pays himself $1,800 a month. But when you're kind of on the outside looking in, when you're not driving, you're just getting what's ever left over after you pay a driver's salary. Now, a driver's salary out of that $6,000 is roughly going to be $4,000, maybe a little bit more. And then you're only left with about $2,000, and you can't take that $2,000 out of the business because you still got to pay a lot of different fees. You're still paying a lot of different things. It's not all getting covered, right? And then you have to be worried about finding the right freight to be able to make enough money, all the time, right? And we realize this isn't really working out for us. Now, like I'm going to talk about here a little bit in the video, we are securing a loan. We are going to be buying probably a couple semi-trucks and getting those on the road and kind of seeing how those work and figuring out what's the best for our business. Now, first, I kind of thought, what's our plan going forward? Are we going to change the F350 into a CDL setup, get a trailer that, can haul a lot more weight, being able to haul 17, 18, 19, even 20,000 pounds, kind of look at that. But then I thought, well, we're kind of going to post the setup together, see who's interested in it, see, if anybody's serious about buying it, and go from there. So that's basically where we're at, and these last 6 months of non-CDL Hotshot, I've learned so much. It's been so great. I loved a lot of the times. I was stressed out a lot. But it kind of just showed us what works best for our company, Like I said, it is profitable. If you're willing to drive the truck, you can make good money. You can make $6,000 a month, you know, driving the truck plus taking a little bit off the top. Like, you can make that amount of money. But if you're not driving the truck and you just want a fleet of non-CDL hotshots, I feel like it's definitely going to be pretty difficult. Like I said, look at Toe Piglet. Like, if you see his numbers break down, his business isn't making money because he's averaging $1.60 a mile on freight, but his overhead's about $1.30, $1.40. You know, like, his business isn't making money, but because he drives a truck, like, he can't get himself off the road. You know, he's able to pay himself whatever, $1,800 a month, because he is making that much money driving the truck. You know, he's able to give himself a little extra. So it's just the same thing as if he was just his own owner-operator. It doesn't matter how many trucks he has on the road, because he's basically just breaking even, right? But he's paying himself what somebody who's an owner-operator would pay themselves. And we're not getting out of Hotshot. Like I said, like, we're still going to have Ray leased on. We're still going to have Jared leased on. We're still definitely looking into Hotshot setups, getting more leased on or building one ourselves. But we're realizing that non-CDL, for owning our own truck as non-CDL, not having lease-ons, but owning our own truck as non-CDL is not profitable enough for us to be able to keep moving forward doing that. It's just a struggle finding freight. It's a struggle being, because, like, if you look at it, this is the biggest thing I thought was kind of funny, was you go to, like, these entry-level CDL driving jobs, they're going to pay you, what, 33 cents a mile, 35 cents a mile, 37 cents a mile, maybe 40, but they have the miles for you to run, right? They have freight all the time and get you going, so you're driving tons of miles, you know, and making, you know, okay money for it, right? You can clear over 1,000 a week, but you're driving forever. But with us, you know, we're like, okay, we need to pay more per mile so that he can get paid. But it wasn't the fact that we weren't paying enough. It was the fact that we couldn't find good enough freight all the time to keep the truck loaded to where we could make money off of it, because, you know, we're trying to make money off the back end, right? I realized maybe it's my fault. Maybe I'm not a good enough dispatcher. I'm not, you know, doing it the way it needs to be done. But then I started realizing, well, me and Jared stays loaded a lot of times. We get Ray leased on. We're finding great freight for Ray all the time. Like, I'm always on the boards. I'm always checking the boards. Like, I'm not, you know, daddling around, you know what I'm saying? So I realized, no, we just need to make a change. And that's what we're doing, guys. So, like I said, I'm not going anywhere. This channel's not going anywhere. We're just making changes. And like I said, we are Flash Love Logistics. We are a logistical company. We dabble in non-CDL Hotshot. We dabble in CDL Hotshot. And we're excited to get into the next chapter, which is going to be having a couple semi-trucks on the road. And like I said 3 times, non-CDL Hotshot is profitable. Do not expect to just put a non-CDL Hotshot rig on the road, hire somebody to drive it and make money off the back end. It's not going to work that well for you like it does for semi-truck. So I'm going to just delete that thought right now. But yeah, guys, I hope everything's going good with you guys. I hope you can enjoy this video. Like I said, if you're interested in the setup at all, please give me an email. I'll put my email down below. Hit me up, you know, subscribe to the channel, like this video. I love you guys so much. We'll talk later. Okay, guys, here's the truck. This is a 2019 F350. It's a dually diesel with the flatbed on there. This truck has been super awesome. That's why I said at first we didn't really want to get rid of it or put it up for sale. We might just make it into a CDL setup, but I was like, might as well just put the whole setup up, see who wants it, see who's asking about it, and kind of go from there. Now, we bought this truck used. We bought it with about 5,000 miles. I think it was a rental truck of some sort, not for like over the road rental, but just kind of stuff people needed stuff moved. We bought it with the flatbed already on it. It is an XL, so it's the lowest trim level possible. Literally, when we bought it, it didn't have a trailer brake, but we went ahead and put the trailer brake in it as well. In the back here, we actually already have a platform all set up. It'll come like this, but it will come with the back seats as well, so don't be worried about that. But no, all in all, super great truck. Go ahead and get it started for you guys. Now, we bought it, like I said, we bought it with, I think, with 5,500 miles, and it's at 58,505. So we've driven it hard for probably 6 months now, ever since we started back in the day. So like I said, this truck hasn't been off the road really in 6 months. The only mechanical things we've done to it is we had to do some front end work on it. If you guys remember from my video a couple times ago, so we put about $1,400 or $1,500 in the front end because it was having a little bit of death wobble problems. But I literally just drove this truck 1,200 miles from San Antonio to St. George, where I live. Just got back yesterday, had no problems at all with it, and it was going really, really well. We do an oil change actually needed right now. We'll have an oil change done on it, but we do the oil change every 10,000 miles on it. We've done the necessary replacements, and like I said, we haven't had any problems at all. Yeah, it's been a super, super awesome truck. Runs super, super clean. We've never had any trouble pulling anything with it. We bought these tires brand new when we first got it, so probably will need a set of tires here soon. I mean, we've put 50,000 miles on the tires, so they should have about 10,000 miles left, just depending on tread levels and stuff. But they've been wearing really, really well. They're not really too choppy. You know, the front's maybe a little choppy, but the backs have been wearing really well. The axles are good on it. We have, like I said, haven't had any problems with the truck at all, really, except for tiny things. But she's super clean. I love this truck to death, and I'm glad that we were able to buy it for the business there. Okay guys, so first off, let's kind of talk about the trailer. This is a 2020 Southern Trailers LLC trailer. We actually bought it brand new. Came out of a small place out in, I think it was Alabama is where we picked it up. Yeah, so close to Decatur, Alabama, not too far from there. But yeah, it's the 35+5, so you got the 5 foot of ramps back there. They're not like the mega ramps. I'll kind of show you here in a minute. Right now this trailer is rated at 12,000 pounds, so it goes with the truck. So the truck and trailer rating is going to be 26,000 pounds. So basically max out the non-CDL setup. The cool thing about this trailer though is if you contact the people over at Southern Trailers LLC, they will make you a VIN tag for any weight that you select, as long as it's not over 14,000 pounds, right? So if you need it to be 13.5 or 13 or 12.8, depending on your truck, they'll give you the VIN tag that you need for the for your truck, right? Currently I am also sanding it down. I'm putting some more of the rust enamel on it so that it doesn't really get that rusty. It does have some surface rust. A lot of the places we've run with it is going to be like Washington during the winter and stuff, so there's a lot of salt, a lot of wetness, as you can see, so it does cause some surface rust. But all in all, it's been a dependable trailer. I think we paid about $9,200 for it when we bought it brand new. And we've put probably 40,000 miles on it. The biggest problems we've had are probably going to be with the lights. When Luis was working for us, and Luis has kind of got some offers to work and move on to bigger and better things. So Luis is an awesome guy, super, super awesome guy. He did really great work for us, but he actually rewired the back of this trailer, and since he's rewired it, we haven't really had any problems. Being as a dovetail, and as far as it goes down, the end of this dovetail will scrape the ground from time to time, but no, we've been able to load forklifts up, been able to really load anything that weighs about 10,000 pounds on this with no problem. Another problem we've had with the trailer from time to time is before I sell the trailer, I actually have a guy up in Salt Lake who's one of Dallas's friends. If you guys remember Dallas, he's a diesel mechanic. He works for Freightliner, I'm pretty sure. We had him check out the trailer when we first bought it. I'm gonna take it back to him and kind of have him check everything, make sure that the deck's level, make sure the axles are level and they're not off, because we've had weird wear pattern with the tires from time to time. When we had the 10 plies, we put some 14 plies on and some 16 plies, and they've been doing a lot better. On the other side though, there has been a little bit of a weird wear pattern, so we're definitely getting that fixed. I would all in all say that this has been a dependable trailer, and it still has a lot of life left in it. Biggest thing is I probably wouldn't like build my fleet around Southern Trailers LLC trailers, as they are more cost-effective trailers, more affordable trailers. This definitely would be a great trailer to be able to get into Hotshot with. You can definitely make a lot of money with it. I don't think that it's going to go out anytime soon. Obviously, we'll make sure the lights are good, make sure the axles are good. The brakes work well on it. I'm having the guy check them out. We're going to have them tighten them down so they're working to their full capacity. But all in all, it's definitely a road ready trailer. Just to kind of fix those, make sure the axles are in line, no problems there. But that's our trailer, guys. Hey guys, if you've made it this far, that means you guys are super awesome. Thank you guys for watching this video. Real quick, I want to go over the price that we're asking though for the truck and trailer. We'll be selling the truck and trailer for $52,000. So if you're interested in that price, please give me an email. I should have my email below or anything. You know, we'll talk a little bit more. If you want to buy like the truck by itself or the trailer by itself, we can definitely talk about that too. But we're asking $52,000 for basically everything you need to start Hotshot. So we'll talk soon.